Hey guys, Tammy here. So today I'm going to talk about Chasing DiMaggio by Elisabeth. So first of all, this book is a BWWM book, Black Woman, White Man book. It's based off a couple that grew up together and is now pursuing a relationship together. Okay, so first, this part is a three-part series, and it's a very good book. It's not raunchy. It's very informative. It's a good love story. There's sex scenes in it, but it's not like your very detailed or very sexual sex scenes. It just give you intimate relations. Okay, so first of all, this book is a really good book. I really like this book. It's very good. I've loved the storyline in it. It's at first it seems like a slow paced book, but then it picks up along the way, and it's really good. It's also a series. This book is about Matt and Nicoletta. So actually his name is Matthew. They call him Matt or Maddie, and the girl is Nicoletta, and they call her Nico or Nick Nick. So Matt is a business guy. He's also Nicolette's older brother's best friend, and they all grew up together. Nicolette always had a secret crush on Matt. She never really told him about it, and he went away to college with her brother, and they really never see each other until recently, which is a Christmas dinner. And Matt also had a secret crush on Nicolette, but he thought that she was too young for him, and he was also didn't want to portray her because it was his best friend's sister. So they do like each other. So Christmas is coming up, and they both came home for Christmas, and they were basically talking about the family. She was talking to Gabriel, which is now her best friend and is also Matt's younger brother. And they have this love relationship, like a brother and sister relationship, like very cool. Like they count on each other, they know each other's secrets. They were just very protective of each other, and Matt was getting jealous because he thought that Gabriel and Nico was having a relationship together, but when he actually found out that they were just best friends, it kind of tapered off. So the whole storyline is basically this: Nico's and Matt parents think that they should get together and get married because Matt's grandmother is passing away. So, first, Matt was very objective. He's like, why? What? Are you serious? I can't do that. Not because my grandmother's passing away. And he was very objective. And I was wondering, why are you so objective when you really like her? And she was wondering the same thing. So eventually he said, let's go home and think about it. So they went to her house, and she has a spare bedroom, so he slept in the spare bedroom, and like he thought about it, and eventually the next day he was like, okay, let's do it. Let's get married for my Nona's case, because she's gonna pass away. The doctor gave her a few months to live because she has cancer. So Nicolette was like, okay, fine. I guess we'll do it for your Nona. So in the back of her head, she's like, I'd like him. I really do like him, and I guess we're only doing it for his Nona. He really doesn't like me. So basically, they were just doing it for his grandmother, and as soon as his grandmother basically passed away, they'll go their separate ways. Long story short, they started basically flirting with each other, and her true feelings started to show more and more and more, and he's still hiding his true feelings. She had no idea what was going on with him until Christmas Day. He basically attacked her at the car, and they were like this had this long passionate kiss, and he basically fell in love with her right then and there all over again. So they were still trying to fight the feelings, fighting everything and going on. So he was still basically being a jerk at the time. So I'm not sure why. Men could be very tricky and difficult at times. I have no idea. So along the way, Gabriel, the his brother and her best friend was they kept on talking to each other. She was like confiding in him, telling him all different secrets, what was going on and everything. And Gabriel was trying to just basically encourage her and let her know not to give up, and that he will come around. So Nicolette was doing good. They were actually still talking. They were going back and forth. They were just basically having a relationship. They didn't even get married yet. They were just going doing their own thing. So eventually they got married, and Nona, the grandmother, was like, oh, I knew you and Maddie was always going to be together. You guys are great together. I just love you guys together. So yeah, it was good, and everything was going good. All of a sudden, his ex-girlfriend just show up out the blue, and you're like, what? And then he started hanging out with her, and just doing all this work with her. So he didn't even explain to Nico that, oh, it's just a work relationship. Yes, she's my ex, but we work, well, we're doing a project together, and that's why she's here. But along this way, he kept on ignoring Nico. He didn't call her, didn't hang out with her. It was just so much going on that she was like, what's really going on? What are you doing? And he just kept on like, oh no, it's nothing, and it was just go there. I was like, okay, fine. So eventually, Nico just got fed up and said, okay, well, fine, we're already married anyway, so we're just gonna go our separate ways. So he said, no, you don't have to do that. And she went out with some of her coworkers. No, she owns her own event planning. So she was doing a party, and her friend they went out clubbing. And Maddie and Gabriel was there, so that she got drunk and she told him off and everything. And they ended up having sex, and then he thought everything was good. And then she told him that, oh, by the way, I'm going on a business trip. She never said when she's going, how long she's going for, that she was going on a business trip. And then she just got up and left. Like, she straight up left him. And he was calling everybody, oh, where is she? Where is she? And nobody know where she was. So, and that's how the book one ended. And then book two started, where she basically came back into, 6 months later, she came back and she was pregnant, and she didn't say anything to him at all. She Gabriel went to pick her up from the airport, and she didn't contact her mother, her father, nobody. She was just basically doing what she had to do and to survive without Matt. So eventually she came back, and then Matt was like, where were you? What's going on? He was angry. He was so upset, like, you left me, and I just don't understand. So she tried to explain the situation to him, and then he eventually got over it, and they got back together. And the book was still like this, the storyline was going, and she finally confessed that she didn't have a good relationship with her mother growing up, that she's technically not her mom, she's her stepmom, and that's her dad. And but the stepmom didn't like her, she treated her bad, she didn't want anything to do with her. So she confessed it to Matt, and told Matt everything, and told him that the mother passed, her stepmother said her mother passed away. And Matt did some research and found out where her true mother was, and basically for her birthday he just took her to see her birth mom, and she found out that she had a younger sister, and that her birth mom is actually there and married. So everything went good, and that's basically the storyline there. And everything was doing good, they were having a good time, everything was just going good for them, and it was just like a good relationship with them. She started bonding with her sister, she started bonding with her mom and everything. And then she just accidentally got into an accident, and then she was like, oh, but what happened, why was the accident? And it turned to find out that Matt has some family grudge against him and his family. So his uncles basically hurt Nicoletta, and was trying to hurt her. So, and that's how book two ends. Book three, I didn't start book three yet, but that's how book two ends, with Nicoletta getting hurt and having the baby, and Matt basically finding out what's going on and what needs to get done. To tell the truth, Elisabeth, she did a good job with this book. As I said, it's a great series. It's not raunchy. If you're looking for raunchy in this series, it's not raunchy, but it's very informative, it's very passionate, it's very intimate. I think you guys will really like this book. I will have a copy of book one on the front of at the end of my video, so you'll see it, then you could go get all three parts of it. I really like it. It's not as it's something that you could really get into, and not feel lost about it. So I think you guys will really like it. Check it out and let me know what you think. Bye.